What's up, everybody? Ryan back today with the Week 4 minor league recap. I cannot believe the first month is almost over already. Like, we're 1 week away from the first month closing up, and honestly, been kind of a disappointing first month of baseball. I'm not even going to lie, at least from our top prospects, and that's what we focus on here in our minor league recap. We're going to dive into our first player pretty quick here in single A. I will say the performances were better than last week. Last week was absolutely pathetic across all levels. Like, I had to do so much research to find just competent players to include in the video. This week was a little bit easier. I will say it still wasn't great, though. From like a vast majority of the top 100, they struggled offensively. We're not going to include any pitchers this week because I did come up with some guys that swing the baseball bat. But yeah, let's do it. Let's jump into our first guy. Let's go. First guy we're talking about at single A is Jet Williams. He's been super solid this year. I didn't even realize Jet Williams was only 5'6". I guess he does look really small in his highlight videos. But he only played 3 games this week, but he did have a 300 batting average, 462 on base percentage, 862 OPS. He had a double, 3 hits in 3 games, walked twice, got beaned once, stole 2 bases. So I threw him in there because he did have that 462 on base percentage and he stole 2 bags. Pretty impressive for only 3 games. Next up, one of my favorite players in the draft class, probably my steal of the draft class guy, him and probably Brock Porter, probably my top 2 for like just steals. Thought they went way late, but Cam Collier got back to his old self here. He's working back. He's coming out of a slump. So over 3 games this week, 300 batting average, 417 on base percentage, 917 OPS. He had 2 doubles, 3 hits in 3 games, walked once, got beaned once. Cam Collier, I promise he's going to do super well, at least at these low levels in the minor leagues. I am big on Cam Collier. If his cards weren't so expensive, I would already own them. But I'm waiting before I buy any Cam Collier. But definitely a solid get back on track week because he was bad last week. Next up, Cole Young, one of my favorite young prospects. Just mashes a triple here to Oppo gap, shows off a little bit of speed, and a little slip there helps him get the third. Young this week over 6 games, 286 batting average, but a 444 on base percentage and 968 OPS. He had 2 triples, a double, 6 hits in 6 games. He had an RBI, walked 4 times, stole 2 bases, got beaned twice on top of that. Again, like I said, the performances, at least in single A, they're not amazing. They're not amazing. Had to dip the standard a little bit this week. But Cole Young, solid week, 450 on base percentage. Can't get mad about that. Definitely a player I am also high on. And then we have our MVP at single A, Brady House, doing Brady House things. Super exciting. So Brady House this week over 4 games, absolutely mashed. 438 batting average, 526 on base percentage, 1089 OPS. He had 2 doubles, 7 hits in 4 games, had 4 RBIs, 3 walks. Finally, somebody did a really good in single A. Like, I was searching and digging. I went through every single top 100 prospect. I even went in a little bit past the top 100 to find anyone with over 1,000 OPS. And Brady House is about the only guy to do it. But yeah, super good week for Brady House. Earned that MVP award. Leading us off at high A, Dalton Rushing staying hot. Another home run for Dalton Rushing this week. The dude just gets on base a lot. So Dalton Rushing this week over 5 games, 263 batting average, which I do think is a little concerning because he is 22 years old, but he does get on base a lot. 417 on base percentage, 996 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 5 hits in 5 games, 3 RBIs, walked 3 more times, got beaned twice. He also struck out 9 times. So as Dalton Rushing is a top 100 prospect, I'm not high on him just yet, but he is showing that he can get on base. Junior Nero might end up being the best player in this new 2023 Bowman product. Caminero this week over 6 games, 333 batting average, 360 on base percentage, 1152 OPS. He had 3 home runs, a triple, 8 hits in 6 games, 9 RBIs. This dude can play. I would like to see his on base percentage numbers go up a little bit, but I mean, just to be honest, like a lot of players out of the Dominican Republic and just foreign countries in general, they're super aggressive hitters. It's something they usually have to learn is to be a little patient. You see it all the time, but the dude can straight up hit. Next player up, my guy, Harry Ford. I've been waiting for him to make his debut on the videos, and he does this week. Harry Ford getting back on track this week. One of my favorite catching prospects. Probably my favorite catching prospect now that Marino is not in the minors anymore, and he's raking for my D-backs. But Harry Ford is one of those other guys super excited about. Just so athletic, does everything well. Over 6 games this week, 348 batting average, 516 on base percentage, 12 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 6 games, had 7 RBIs, walked 8 times, and stole a base. Absolutely love his skill set, and I cannot believe we have so many players left to talk about. Next player up, and this is Drew Gilbert, who is making his debut on the recaps. He's the Astros' #1 prospect right now. Now that Hunter Brown is definitely not going to be in the minor leagues anymore, Drew Gilbert's that guy for that Astros farm system. Over 5 games this week, 381 batting average, 435 on base percentage, 1292 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a triple, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games, got beaned twice, stole a base. Drew Gilbert, he's legit. Again, he's 22 years old, though. That is a little bit old for high A. So hopefully they move him up pretty quick, but so far, so good. Another guy that both myself and all of the Cubs fans that watch my channel have been waiting for, Kevin Alcantara, went off this week. Alcantara, one worst picture I've ever seen in my life on Baseball References. You win that award. I don't know if that was on purpose or what. 2, over 5 games this week, 455 batting average, didn't walk at all, so 455 on base percentage, which is fine. 1318 OPS, he had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 10 hits in 5 games, 6 RBIs. The dude rakes. I love Kevin Alcantara. He also made a really nice play in the outfield to recover a ton of ground. Definitely a solid prospect here. He's still only 20 years old. Feels like he's been in the minor leagues for like 5 years now. Another new guy making his debut. I don't have any highlight film of him, but Sterling Thompson. He was the 31st overall pick in the 2022 draft for the Colorado Rockies. Over 6 games this week, 478 batting average, 539 on base percentage, 1408 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 11 hits in 6 games. He had 9 RBIs, 3 walks on top of that, stole a base. Sterling Thompson, he's 21. He's almost 22. So he is a little bit old for high A, but again, he just got drafted. You had to throw him down there to see if he can be comfortable. Hopefully they move him up pretty quick. And if you're in the sports card game, this guy's kind of interesting. His stuff is not very expensive yet. He's definitely one of those lower key players. I think I'm going to buy something of him just to have. And our MVP at high A, back-to-back weeks, Jonathan Clase. Holy crap. Clase over 6 games this week, 414 batting average, 452 on base percentage, 1521 OPS. He had 5 home runs. 5 home runs this week, 4 doubles, 12 hits in 6 games. He walked once, stole 4 bases on top of that, and got beamed. Wow. Is this like Clase making a real case for himself this year? Like, I knew he was a solid prospect. He's small, 5'9", 150. He's not a big guy at all. But oh my goodness, is he playing super well the last 2 weeks. As we move into Double-A, Evan Carter, man. I'm still not on the hype train yet, and I probably should be. But this dude's, he can play. Evan Carter over 5 games, 286 batting average, with a 444 on base percentage, 921 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 6 hits in 5 games, had 3 RBIs, walked 6 times. He's definitely shown the ability to get on base. Like, absolutely love that. Again, I don't know why I'm not on the hype train yet. It's something about him. I don't know. Maybe it's the way he looks, but the dude can play. He is so good. All right, I'm probably going to butcher this one, but Ceddanne Rafaela for the Red Sox had a really awesome week. Rafaela this week, 370 batting average, 393 on base percentage, 986 OPS. He had a home run, 3 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games, had 6 RBIs, walked once, stole 3 bases. This is a player the Red Sox have a lot of faith in. Like, he started getting a lot of hype last year. He jumped into the top 100 at the end of the season. He's only 22 years old. I don't think he's going to debut this year, but you never know. That Red Sox team is not very deep, so we might see him at the MLB level this year if he continues to perform at a high level at Double-A. Every week we love a little teammate action. Nick York, one of probably my favorite prospect in the Red Sox organization, he went off this week. Nick York over 6 games this week, 360 batting average, 448 on base percentage, 1168 OPS. He had a home run, 2 triples, 2 doubles, 9 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, had 4 RBIs, got beaned once, stole a base. Like, what didn't he do this week? He's only 21 years old. He just turned 21. Last year, he was terrible. I'm not going to lie. He shocked me last year. He was not good. And this year, I want to say guarantee, but you can never guarantee in baseball. I think he's going to have a very, very strong season. Definitely buy something of Nick York right now just to have. The Martian's back on the recaps. Jason Dominguez, he's been impressive this year, everyone. He's getting on base, and that was my concern with him. Jason Dominguez currently has been walked 20 times this year. He leads the minor leagues in walks at the Double-A level. I didn't expect that at all. This week over 5 games, 333 batting average, 600 on base percentage, 1433 OPS. He had a home run, a triple, a double, 4 hits in 5 games, walked 8 times, and stole a base. Only struck out twice in 20 plate appearances. Is this the Jason Dominguez we've been waiting for? By the way, he's still just turned 20. 83 days ago, he just turned 20. Crazy. And then our well-deserved MVP at AA, Henry Davis, is showing exactly why he was the first overall pick back in 2021. Oh my goodness, this week did he go crazy. Over 4 games this week, 462 batting average, 611 on base percentage, 1996 OPS. He had 4 home runs. Every single extra base hit he had was a home run. He had 6 hits in those 4 games, 8 RBIs, walked 3 times on top of that, got beaned twice too. Like, Henry Davis, I almost pulled the trigger and went and bought a Bowman Chrome auto of his, and I probably still should because I do think he is going to be very solid, super good defensively, has a really good approach at the plate. If he can get his swing right, which this week he did, he is freaky good. And as we jump into AAA, Colton Causer, he has been awesome so far this season. Like, really awesome, and he continues to be really awesome. Causer over 6 games, 316 batting average, 567 on base percentage, 1146 OPS. He had a home run, 2 doubles, 6 hits in 6 games, walked 8 times, got beaned 3 times, got on base 11 times without getting a hit. That's nuts. Stole 2 bases on top of that too. Just an amazing week, and we have so many crazy performances at AAA. We're going to go fast. Next up, Zach Geloff making his debut in 2023. This is a player that absolutely broke out last year. Super excited to see him on the recap this week. Geloff over 5 games this week, 313 batting average, 476 on base percentage, 1164 OPS. He had a home run, a triple, a double, 5 hits in 5 games, had 6 RBIs, walked 5 times, 1 being intentionally, stole 4 bases on top of that. This man can play. He's definitely the most promising prospect in the A's system currently. That Geloff's pretty good. He's 23, though. He's a little bit older. I hope he gets it to debut sooner than later. Next up, Mark Vientos. Dude, like, this man is on a mission this year. He is not happy at AAA. Vientos this week over 5 games, 389 batting average, 455 on base percentage, 1232 OPS. He had a home run, 4 doubles, 7 hits in 5 games, 5 RBIs, walked 3 times. Like, this man needs to be on a major league roster. Trade him, Mets, because I don't think you have the spot for him anymore. Like, I felt like it was him or Brett Beatty. Like, just trade him, give him to someone else. Next up, we talked about it last week in the video, but Matt McClain, 443 feet. He just doesn't play like a 5'9" player should play. Like, he's tiny, and I even said 5'9". He's only 5'8". Over 6 games this week, 417 batting average, 548 on base percentage, 1298 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games, walked 7 times, had 7 RBIs on top of that, and stole a base. Matt McClain is like in the same category as like Ronnie Mauricio, in my opinion. When he takes his walks and swings at the right pitch, he is freaking good. Next up, teammate of Colton Causer, Jordan Westberg, Grand Salami. Westberg this week over 6 games, 480 batting average, 552 on base percentage, 1352 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 12 hits in 6 games. Super impressive there. On top of that, he had 13 RBIs. Wow. Like, that might be close to the most we've ever seen in 1 week during our recaps. He had 4 walks on top of that and stole a base. Jordan Westberg, he's 24 years old. Just bring him up, Orioles. Just do it. Give him a shot. Like I've said with many teams, your team ain't that deep. Bring him up. Give him a chance. And our MVP at AAA, and he's only been playing for like a week and a half now, Christian Encarnacion-Strand. This dude's power is freakish. Like, how did that ball get out? Just an absolute beast. And I'm a big fan for him because I played against his community college when I was in college. He's younger than I am, though. So we didn't play against him. But still a fan. Arizona. Woo. Over 6 games this week, Encarnacion-Strand hit 464 with a 500 on base percentage of 1464 OPS. He had 4 home runs, 2 doubles, 13 hits in 6 games, which is so impressive for him. He's a huge power guy, but to have 13 hits in 1 week is nuts. He had 9 RBIs. He walked once, which I would like to see get up. Like, if he can take more walks, the dude is going to be like a top 10 player in the major leagues, or at least offensive player, I should say. I don't know if he'll ever do that or not. But he also got beaned once, like I said, because this dude is a special offensive talent. Like, insane power. Well-deserved MVP. And like I said, he's only been playing for like a week and a half, and he's already putting up weeks like this. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the Week 4 minor league recap. Super fun recap to review this week. There were so many good performances, especially at high A and triple A. Like, oh my goodness, did they go off? I'm still waiting for some single A guys. I really am. The performances at single A right now just haven't been great. Double A's been super solid too, but they did have a slower week. But man, high A and triple A picked up the slack. Just a fun week. All right, everyone, that's going to do it. As always, you guys like this recap, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If I forgot anybody, the dates for this video were the 23rd through the 29th. Drop their name and stat line down below. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See ya!